Hey friends, it's Fran here. 21 days of no bitching, no gossiping, and no criticizing. How did it go for you? For me, it was a challenge. It really was. Noticing so many things. It's clearly not something that I can afford to give up on now. 21 days is just an awakening to the challenge, really. So if you can stick around and I can share a couple things that I've learned about criticism in particular, I'd love that. If you need to go, just message me if you know you want to talk about this and we'll find a time to connect. So what did I learn about criticism in particular? That's the one thing that has been a big one for me. I know I complain, I've shared some of that, but really what I've learned is that when I'm being critical, I'm not being direct about what it is I want. There's a place of knowing that I want my husband or my son to do something, and I come across with an inherent, you're wrong. You should read my mind. You should know better. Why don't you? Why can't you? What's wrong with you? Instead of just saying, could you please, would you please take care of the garbage, putting your dishes in the dishwasher, cleaning up after yourself, talk to me in a different way, whatever it is, instead of making the other wrong, being direct and taking responsibility for what it is I need and want. And a lot of that comes from intention and tone. So if I have an intention to get my need met, the fastest way to do that is actually own the fact that I have the need in the first place. And then to want to have it met means having my heart open and asking for it from a place of a request versus a demand. There's a really big difference between those two places. You're wrong, why don't you, versus would you please, I would be grateful if, ... So consider your language, your tone, your intention, because criticism has a really toxic outcome in our relationships. I really notice this. The energy in our home when I am awake and aware of my own languaging and my intentions is so different. The energy around here is much lighter. Not everyone is feeling that they're wrong, born wrong, made wrong, which builds on itself and becomes an internalized pattern in a relationship and certainly in our kids. So the other piece that I've learned as well is that if I need to teach my son, or I need something to be done in a certain way for it to be done correctly, again, my intention and tone are super important. So again, you're not wrong for not knowing this. Yes, I've taught you this a few times. Yes, I know that this is a challenge. I'm going to ask you again, and I'm going to show you again the correct way to do this so that your life and our lives will be easier. But what comes out sometimes is, there isn't a fairy around here that takes care of this, you know. There's a sarcastic tone that doesn't actually get me the results that I want and actually creates you're wrong, born wrong, nothing you do is right. And out of that comes so much loss of self-esteem and trust. So I just want to offer those two nuggets. If your household isn't quite flowing the way you're hoping, how are you asking for what it is you're wanting from your mate, your children, your roommate, your parents, whoever's living with you, and your coworkers? All of this comes across in the same way. Your tone, your intention. So just offering those thoughts. I love, love, love to do this work to help people wake up to the patterns and tones and intentions of their lives, allowing you to have a bigger experience of yourself in the world, one that's much more joyful. So if you'd love to connect with me, I do offer 30-minute consultations. And there's a link in the chat below or in the profile, or you can direct message me, whatever serves you best. But just know it's my pleasure to bring joy into your awareness. You can do it. I can help you. Let's talk soon. Thanks for listening. Talk to you next time. Bye for now.